Hey, here's my um, temporary setup for my chicken slaughter. I got 6 birds done, 3 today, 3 yesterday. Just learning the process. I'm sure next time I do it, it'll probably go much quicker. Maybe I have some fancy equipment. But I got my running water, my soapy water with a little disinfectant for cleaning my cutting table. Here's my scalding bin. Dunk them in there for 10 to 30 seconds. I've been in range of 20 seconds and dump that out. Just my camping stove and propane. Here's my gut bucket. You don't want to see that. Feet and heads, guts go in there. I'm going to bury that. Get that back to the ground. Here goes my feather bucket. And I'm going to save those. I might put them in a like a pillow cloth. I may put them in a pillow, take them and wash them and dry them. Because I'm going to save those. I can make something with those. Here's my string with the loop in it. Hang them upside down. It helps calm them down. Cut the juggler. Drip, drip, drip. Run, run, run. And sometimes I had to cut 2 jugglers. Some birds are tougher than others. I think I cut it, but I think they healed themselves that quick. But they was gonna make it. I cut both of them. And and of course I use my handy dandy I don't know what this is. My knife. It's my I guess it's just a knife. I think it's a boot knife or whatever it is. It's not really a boot knife, but this is what I use. Easy to sharp this. Make sure it stays sharp. And next time I make a video of me actually doing it, I probably need somebody to videotape me so I can show all the details. I learn by doing mostly. The best way for me to learn is by seeing or doing. So I watch videos. I don't think I read any material on this. I think I watched all videos. I might have read some material on anatomy of a chicken. But yeah, got good with this thing. Learn how to cut. And I guess quick explanation is after you cut the juggler or both of them, let them bleed out. I won't cut the head off until they passed all the way out. I don't know. I need to research that some more because some people break the neck immediately, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I don't think that's a good thing. I think you're supposed to let them bleed out. They kind of, when they're hanging upside down, they get very calm. They try to get up, but if you hold their heads back, they're very calm. They almost go to sleep. Even when you cut them, if you do a good job, sometimes some of them seem like they feel it. Some of them, most of them didn't really even react to me cutting them. And I think that's when I did the best job of cutting. They didn't really react. A couple of them reacted. But if you just cut just the juggler, it's just right under the jawbone. If you touch right under the jawbone, you can feel a pulse. You can feel a pulse just like you do. You know, you check for a pulse. You feel a pulse. If you cut just the juggler, I think they're less likely to feel it. But you got to make a good cut because you can't have them half bleeding. They got to be bleeding, like dripping, running. So I think they get like a cup of blood and then they out. Maybe a quarter cup, not a quarter cup of blood, and then they kind of pass out. They'll do a couple of thrash, like, you know, a couple of tremblers. But basically, they're hanging upside down and try to hold the wings as much as you can. But just the hanging upside down helps a lot. Um, they stay calm. It's a humane and peaceful way to kill them. I don't think you should wring their necks or cut their heads off, especially not let them run around. Um, I had one bird that was pretty tough. I had to cut both the sides of his neck. He was just a tough bird. He's a bad bird, you know. It's too bad he had to go, but I got too many roosters. Now it's a lot quieter around here. I had about 50% roosters. So I had probably like 12, and there's one I'm not even sure about yet. 12 out of 24. So I killed 6. I gave away 1, 2, 3. I gave away 4. So I got rid of 10. I kept a few. So I got I like this knife. Even though it's cheap, I like it. It's you can really use it. It's very useful. I gotta let it dry out. I got no squirrel hunting. Well, he got away, the squirrel. I cleaned out my weeds out of my blueberry patch. There's a lot of trees growing up. They go 1 pile. I use the other 2 piles, put in this coop and the turkey coop. But I took all the chickens out of there. There was so many roosters in there that one of these chickens, I'm thinking she's gonna heal, but they literally had busted her head open. You know, they get crazy when there's too many roosters in there. So I'll have something put on the grill that I know is whatever you want to call it, organic chicken. Now it's peaceful in there, but I used some of the and I left these chickens alone for a while because I got one chicken in there. She's pretty beat up from the roosters. I'm hoping she'll heal. It's actually like that chicken. And some chickens, you know, they're unique. Kind of grow on you. My little brown, little retard chicken. When she drink water, she damn near fall on the floor when she was little. She's laying her head back so far. Something wrong with her. I think that's why they beat her up too, because she was kind of slow, but she all right. But I gave them a break because they were pretty abused. That's where most of the roosters were. So right now there's no roosters in there. I'm gonna get them bred or heal. I got 2. I know 1 young rooster in here, and I took the young chickens out of here and put them with the rooster in the front. So now this guy, I know that white guy is a rooster. He crows. I mean, look at him. He's a rooster. This one, I think is rooster. I'm not sure. But he's got definite. He crows. I've seen him crow. I'm not sure about this other one. But these are young chickens and that turkey's in there. I had to kill the other turkey because the raccoon caught her again slipping. The dummy's sitting by the edge, pulled his wing out. So he couldn't kill her, or the possum, whatever's getting out. He couldn't kill her, but he pulled the wing out the side and tried to eat it. I fed y'all already. So she was in bad shape. I had to kill her. And I didn't save that meat. I just killed her and buried her. She was pretty beat up. You don't want abused meat like that. They're probably selling you abused meat at the grocery store. But I put some of the weeds in there for the bedding. Some of the weeds in there for the bedding. I'm gonna put the rest in here for the bedding. And it'll be good compost when I clean those places up. What else? I haven't made a video in a while. I'm not getting a picture because I'm out here with my farmer hat on and no shirt. My the little bit of ginger I got here is growing. So I got all these weeds out. A papaya tree is growing there. I'm not gonna get excited about it because the frost killed all my papayas last year. But these, I want to say they're volunteers. I guess I put them there. Pretty sure I put the papaya seeds there. There's one here There's a little watermelons growing there. I'm gonna get that because it's done growing. It's probably not edible. I may feed it to the chickens. And the this fig tree that I planted is doing pretty good. It likes this. I don't know what this is, but I might let it grow. It looks tropical. I'm hoping it's some kind of fruit tree. And I got this fig tree I'm gonna keep. This here. There's another fig tree here that I must admit that pretty sure I ordered my son to cut it down the first year I was here, like a dummy. Didn't know it was that fig tree. I remember that. I told him to cut it down, and he cut it down. It's growing back. Here's some more volunteers. I don't know if these are from that tree or that tree or what, but that's how figs do. They'll sprout up. They'll send runners out. Here's another one that, once again, I know I ordered my son to cut this down, but it's coming back right there. So I'm a fan of figs. I brought 5 fig trees when I came here, and I've planted that one and some in the front. But these were here, and they're coming back. I'm gonna let them come back. So I'm gonna just take out the competition and let them grow. Some of these trees that I cut down this spring, they're trying to bush back, but I'm of course gonna cut them back because I don't want them here. Because I want other trees here, like fig trees, blueberry, and other fruit trees. That's all I want, fruit trees. Those big 3 trees, like I said, pecan trees, I'm let them be for now because that's too big a job to be cutting them down. Eventually they might get cut down one day. But they do need to be trimmed, so I might get into that, but no time soon. But there's my handy dandy air rifle, my Crossman. Still a nice accurate shot with that. I need to put up some new targets. Now I can see my targets now that I took all these weeds down. I've not been doing a lot since I've had this stupid job, but I will work it out. But I cleared this out. You should have seen this before. It was pretty bad, but I like the way that papaya tree's sitting there. Even though I don't think it's gonna, I won't waste my time worried about it. It's not gonna make it through the winter. If it does, let it be. Hey, there's a dove. You see it? Oh, he's gone. That was a dove. And I got a few eggplants that are coming in here. There's a dove. This is squash. I can't say this is a volunteer, but there's a little more ginger here. I want to at least do a plot like this and this of ginger and turmeric on a regular. These eggplants, even though they're struggling, they have fruit. They got eggplants on them. Baby ones, too. Yep. The tomatoes did that thing. They're about done. I'm gonna weed in here. There's a few left. A few cherries left. I got a weed here again. This is like an ongoing battle, but I am determined to have these fig trees be the last thing standing here. They're not growing as good as the ones in the back because there's a lot of clay here. I'm just gonna keep adding compost and mulch to this and keep building up. But again, I got a weed. I do a lot of weeding here. This is like a bad patch, man. This is like the weediest patch, even though I put mulch down. So I'll keep it going. But that tree has been here for 2 years. The tree in the back has been here for 1 year, and it's outdoing it because in the back, and I got a weed here, right here. This I got a few tomatoes left in here. A weed here, and got to plant something for the fall here. So this is what I'm doing on my week off while they clean the pool. And I got to find a place for these. I got I think 3 fig trees and 3 cherry moya trees, or sugar apple trees here. And I gotta find a place to put them. I think I'm gonna make a spot for them in the back. That's a sugar apple, a cherry moy tree. Sugar apple, sugar apple. That's a weed. Here's a fig. I wrote down, I forget what kind they are. This is a Kubota, Kubota fig. Another fig. Figs are tough, so I'm definitely gonna have some figs around here in the years to come. Oh, one more thing to show you. Now it's a lot more calmer. I get rid of all these roosters. So I killed 6, gave away 4. Got rid of 10. All my quail are happy. I put the young ones in here with this hen. He's from a little older. He's one of the more prettier ones, and he's not as crazy as some of the other ones. This is a crazy rooster, man. This dude, like, I gotta put a net on him just to get an egg, like literally every time. He's nuts. But every rooster got his own personality. He might get nuts when he get older, but pretty mellow. I think he's happy that he's got 4 young ladies in there. So I got 2 more roosters. I got a rooster in here with 4 hens. I got a rooster in there with 3 hens, and that keeps them laying. And I got 2 roosters in the back. I'm gonna put one rooster, reunite them with the hens once they heal. The young rooster, by the time he gets old enough, you tell it, man. Once he gets old enough, they should be healed and over their trauma. And I got a weed back here. I think it's, I don't know how many papaya trees that is. 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 papaya trees back here. So I'm gonna weed all this out, and I'm gonna leave these papaya trees and see if they make it. This corn was sweet corn, but now it's dry corn. So this didn't, and the corn grew, but you know, the weeds just came back, take over. You gotta be here. I probably need to do no-till. I dug up all this stuff, and you turn our soil, man, the weeds go crazy. You gotta do a lot of weeding when you first start out. And I wasn't here. These bell peppers are doing great. I can't remember where I got these seeds from, but these are great. They're pretty. I do remember where I got these. I got these from the store because it's all different colors. Look at that. They're doing all right. It's just a small patch. And most stuff I'm doing now is kind of, most of it's test. These are sunflower seeds. Did great. The okra did okay. There's still a few okra on there. I still got seeds on that one. I know I can harvest. I think I got seeds on this one. I'm not sure. It might be eaten up because I haven't been here. Oh yeah, seeds on there. Yeah, so I got to harvest this. They're good and dry. That one still got seeds. White seeds, black seeds. So I got 1, 2, 3 heads of good giant sunflower seeds. I'm harvest while I'm here. I harvested my popcorn. I'm gonna take this stalk down. They're not doing much for shade anymore. And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 more heads over there. And they're maturing. Those are ready to go. I don't know if you can see that. You see them little white sunflower seeds on there. You see that? So that's what I gotta get. Just take that down and pluck those off. And I'm not gonna feed it to the chicken. I'm gonna keep those for myself. The birds ate all these little ones. And I gotta harvest this Indian corn. These beans got pods on them. So is that a little bird? Yeah, there's a little bird. What's he doing in there? And this, I don't know what kind of plant this is, but it was here when I got here. This is what the hummingbirds are eating. They like this plant. They stick their little beaks in there. In that little flower there. This is why I see the hummingbirds. They're here feeding on this thing, so I guess it's gonna stay. 'Cause I've seen them like 7 times now. Pretty cool. So I won't say I'm done for the day, but I'm done with the chickens. Still got more weed fighting to do. Oh, one more thing to show, because I haven't done an update in a while, because there ain't been much update, is this is my popcorn that I grew. It's like a half a bushel. It's probably a couple bags. I'm letting it dry out here. This second day I'm drying it in the sun. I need to make a dryer. I still need a lot of stuff I need to make a dryer. Adobe oven. I need to do this stuff. So I don't have enough grain yet. This is enough to dry. This will dry in the sun. I'll just pop it off with my hands. I'll shuck it with my hands, and it'll just be popcorn. It's probably a bag or two of popcorn. So now, since I did my test patch, I got to get an idea of what a small patch yields. This much. It's just probably 2 by 4, 2 feet by 4 feet. Is how big this patch was, if that. Or I would say it's probably half the size of the patch was half the size of that trailer, and it yielded that much corn. And that's popcorn. I literally planted that from the bag that I brought from the store, and it looks just like what's in the bag in the store. It's popcorn. So you twist that off of there, and you have popcorn. So grow me an acre of this, and I could run my kettle corn business without a lot of overhead. How about that for a good idea? Everybody got some land, that's a good business plan for you. You do something, keep the feathers, try to use, or find a use for some of the stuff you get if you're going to be dealing with stuff, chicken, corn. One more thing to show you that I did, it was another test plot. I'm doing a lot of test plots. And this is a little piece of land. If I get a bigger piece of land, I know what to do. This was my buckwheat. I fed some of this already to the chickens. But that's my buckwheat. And it's, I don't know if you ever ate like buckwheat pancakes. That's buckwheat. I know the birds eat it. You can use this to, you mill this down like a grain and use it for flour. This is a good chicken feed. All the fowl eat this. So if I do like a half acre of this, I imagine not a half acre, maybe an acre of buckwheat, I wouldn't have to, it would cut back, I wouldn't have to buy chicken feed. I don't know how many chickens, but that's the ideal. And I use it for a wheat. It's a better grain. It's way better than wheat. This is actually a seed. So it's not a grain, it's a seed. Which grains are seeds, but I don't know the difference. But this is better on your stomach, you know, for flour, you know, pancakes. I'm pretty sure this is on Dr. Savvy's list, non-hybrid. Call me out if I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this is on the list. But that's my buckwheat. This is a little patch. I fed probably half of it to the birds. The seeds and the plants. I should pick this, probably grab this and harvest it. It won't be much more than like a cup full, this little patch. It was just a little patch right here in front of the chicken coop. I just planted it because it was good dirt there to see how it grew. It grew, I would say in a month, because it's indeterminate. Like it's still kind of, it's flowering. This and stop flowering now. Bug went in my mouth. Ain't trying to eat no gnats for breakfast. But it was indeterminate for a while, but it's definitely done. So some of this I'm pretty sure to reseeded on the ground. I'm pretty sure I'll see some more buckwheat come up in the spring. But there it is. So I patched up about a month. It was ready. And now it's definitely ready. You can take it now. What the birds ain't took. Because the birds, believe me, they is eating us. So there you go. There's some right there. Yep, take these just like any seeds. Cut them, beat them on a piece of paper. And blow the shaft off with a fan. And you'll have the seeds. And that's it. That's all I got for the update. The killing fields are shut down. The roosters numbers are down. I'm pretty sure my neighbors appreciate it. I couldn't walk in here without it like setting off an alarm. And the roosters in the front alarmed the roosters in the back, and they'd have a crowing contest for 30 minutes. If I came in at 11 or 1 in the morning, that's kind of cut back. They were loud. And there's too many roosters. You can't have that many roosters with not enough chickens. If I had enough chickens, I could have that many roosters. But you can have one rooster to 10 to 20 birds. You can have one rooster to 3 or 4 birds, but you can't have 6 roosters and 5 chickens. That's insanity. That's what this was. Insanity. Too many hard legs. I can't have my place run like a prison. This is not jail. There's a bunch of Negroes in there going crazy with each other. But it was kind of hard to do the first one. Not because I was sad and crying, but it's different. You got to cut something's throat and make sure you cut it the right way so it bleed. And cut it till it bleeds. You can't be ooh, ooh. Oh, I knocked over my coffee cup. I started back drinking coffee again. But I drink it like I'm civilized now. So hopefully I'll stop again. I need a real rifle. Alright. Shalom everybody. It's the Hebrew Homestead. And I'm your host, Waleed. This is not a show. This is real life. And I'm out. Check that out. My niece made that sign. Thanks, KK. That's the coolest sign. I think I'll make some shirts with that. Somebody gonna buy some Homestead shirts. Help the Hebrew Homestead out. Yo. Help yourself out. Get to work. I'm out. Shalom.